Good evening, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this beautiful gathering of poetry lovers. Poetry has always been a bridge between hearts, cultures, and experiences. Tonight, we come together to celebrate words, emotions, and imagination. And as Virginia Woolf says, there are a lot of women here today. A woman must have money, and a room of her own if she is to write fictions. I am sure all of you are in your room right now at this very moment. So let's begin this evening with an introduction to United by Ink. Now, as of now, I have known Sapna ji for a very long time now. It so happened there was a program in our local temple, and that's where I met Sapna ji, and my love affair with United by Ink began. United by Ink is a global platform founded on 2nd Feb 2018 by Mrs. Sapna Shivani Kekre. And over the years, it has grown into a community of over 10,000 writers, artists, and creators from around the world. Recently, under the leadership and guidance of Mrs. Sapna Kekre, United by Ink made 2 world records during the record-breaking 200th episode of the UBI Open Mic Marathon. 213 performers from 8 countries showcased their talent in 5 languages and 6 categories, continuously for 11 hours, 38 minutes, and 43 seconds. The event hosted by Sapna ji herself, and this historical event has been registered in the Golden Book of World Records under 2 categories, number 1 of which is longest online live stream variety show and show with the maximum number of participants. UBI serves as a platform that helps creative individuals with blogging, publishing, marketing, and distribution. Additionally, through its UBI Learning Labs program, it offers valuable learning opportunities to aspiring creators. Annual events such as UBI Fest, UBI Hindi Utsav, and UBI Linked Marathon bring the community together to learn, to share, and celebrate creativity. The entire UBI team expresses heartfelt gratitude to everyone involved. UBI is a committed featuring a range of poets, some seasoned wordsmiths, some bold new voices, each bringing their own flavor of English poetry after each performance. Let's take a moment to appreciate their craft with our warm applause. So before we begin, let me invite our today's poets, Miss Rita Bhattacharya, Dr. Paramita Mukherjee Muluk, Meenu Lodha, Miss Indrani Chatterjee, Miss Somdatta Mitra, Dr. Rakesh Chandra, and myself, Aradhna Slashin. So let's be here for a group photo. Sapna ji?
Yes.
So are we done with the photo? Sapna ji, please let us know.
Yes, please go ahead.
Sure.
Aradhna, you can continue your program. I'm at the back end, darling. Please understand.
Okay, sure. So let's, okay, give me a moment, please. Let's invite with those words about UBI and ourselves. Let's begin our evening and invite the first poet of the evening, Miss Rita Bhattacharya. And I would like to say this. According to William Wordsworth, who happens to be my favorite poet, Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of wonderful, powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotions recollected in tranquility. So, Rita ji, I would like to ask you, what is poetry to you? Rita ji, please.
For me, poetry is a way that I process any strong emotions that otherwise I cannot express or I cannot come to terms with. So when I write poetry, it helps me understand those emotions, come to terms with those emotions.
Wow, that should be the essence of the poetry. Let's hear your recitation today.
So,
Thank you so
this
much.
poem that I will recite today is titled Blind Eyes. So, whenever we open the news today, we hear about war, we hear about so much violence going on in the world, and it makes us feel so, you know, like such a reaction to the violence that we all feel sad about it. And the people who are dying in this violence, this poem is a sort of way of looking at how they feel, because of their violent ends, the way war has affected them. So it's called Blind Eyes. They see the world with their blind eyes from beyond the wall of impenetrable and vast futility. They laugh mirthlessly, silently, as the comedy of life dances by in front of their sightless, glowering eyes, from spring to winter, winter to spring, ceaseless, relentless, ruthless. They sigh for the air they cannot breathe. They thirst for the water that can never slake their thirst. They burn for the fire whose heat cannot touch them. They scream out anguished in voices that cannot be heard. Theirs is a tale that cannot be rewound or ever drawn to end, that they must tell and tell again until their words become the wind that wails among branches of aged bow trees at night, or the incessant chant of crickets filling the emptiness of summer evenings, or the indeterminate cry that rips through pleasant dreams to shatter sleep at dawn, but dissolves into fragments of oblivion with gathering sense. They ply a boat that shall never reach the bank across the river. It shall remain forever moored, deserted to an unexpected sandbar in the middle of the vast ocean. Theirs is not the warmth of homecoming. Theirs is not the calm of long sleep. Theirs is not the bliss of final death. Theirs is just the agony of being forever dead. So that's the poem.
Wow, that is very contemporary poem, I must say, and it accurately, so accurately uh, captures uh, what is going around us and the war and the sandbar and everything. It's so contemporary and it's so much we can really, really relate to it. So now I would like to invite all of us to please um, uh, share their thoughts or what they felt during the recitation of the poem. So please share. Please feel free to share.
Yeah, I felt Rita was so relevant in today's day when she talked about war, when she talked about how death happens, and it's so sad, you know. There's no end to violence, there's no end to wars. So I think we should be aware as poets, we should be aware and we should talk about peace, we should bring in peace through our words. Thank you, Rita, that was lovely.
Yes, I think Rita, the stark reality which is like prevailing nowadays, it's war everywhere. It's an emotional war, it's a physical war, it's a geographical war, but the war is always there. So we have to be just like, as a poet, we can what we can do is we can just say it with our words. So you really said it very beautifully, but the political situation and the geophysical situation is so bad nowadays that we really need such kind of poems so that we can be feeling them very relevant to us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Very nicely
absolutely,
said.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah, I think I made a mistake here. I forgot to actually formally introduce Rita ji, and she comes from the city of Pune, and she is an author, trainer, pet care entrepreneur, community animal caregiver writing. She loves to write primarily fiction in multiple genre, and also dabbling in poetry. And she has published book Ageless Feud, City of Kali book one. So sorry about it
It's okay.
for omitting that out.
It's
But thank you so much, Rita ji, for reciting that very contemporary, very relevant poetry.
And
And
I'm very much intrigued by the book's name, the City of the Kali. I really want to read the book. It's a
yeah,
beautiful
yeah,
name. Yes.
It is
absolutely.
set in Kolkata.
Yeah.
That is why that series is named City of Kali, because the name
Yes.
Kolkata originates from
Yes.
Kali
Yes.
Kshetra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very, very original name. Very nice name.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Rita ji. Thank you so much for sharing your poem with us. And as they say, literature kind of mirrors whatever is going around us, and your poem very accurately captured that essence and brought it to us. It truly reached to all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now let's moving on to our next poet. I would like to invite Dr. Paramita Mukherjee Mullik. And Dr. Paramita, she currently lives in the city of Mumbai, and she's a scientist transformed into a award-winning poet and author, also a literary curator, and she has published around 12 books. Wow. And promotes poetry passionately with about 45 of her poems have been translated. Is that right? Into 4 languages, and she had 3 poetry and performances forums in Mumbai. Wow, very impressive, I must say. So I would like to welcome you with PB Shelley's words. Poetry lifts the veil from the hidden beauty of the word and makes familiar objects be as if they were not familiar. So, Paramita ji,
Yes.
stage is all yours. We all are
Yes, if you
eagerly
ask me what is poetry to me, uh, poetry to me, I think it's words painted with love, which can heal, which can soothe, and which can bring happiness in the society. So that is poetry to me. A few years back in 2019, I was thinking about, all these advertisements about fairness cream.
Oh,
So
yes.
if you see, they changed it to glow cream and etc., etc. But I was thinking, we poets, we need to have a pure heart when we are writing. So I
Absolutely.
was just thinking, you people make so many creams for fairness. Do you make creams to make your heart fair, to make your heart pure? So,
Wow.
and I do a lot of work with schools all around India. So I teach them goodness of heart to students. So I was thinking this pureness of heart, this beauty of the heart is much more important than the beauty of the face. So I came up with this poem in my book, The Golden Window.
Wow.
Fairness Cream. Fairness Cream. Why so many creams to make my face fair? Why don't they make creams to make my heart fair? Why don't they dare? Fairness cream to make us shine, make us all beautiful in a line. Don't they make creams to sparkle the mind? Don't they make lotions to make the heart just and kind? Fairness cream to make us dazzle with a fair face fitting in the jigsaw puzzle. Don't they make creams to sharpen our brains? Don't they have lotions to have kindness, blood flow in arteries and veins? Fairness cream to make us glow, to make us the showstopper in the show. Don't they make creams to make our heart accept all? Don't they make lotions to help others when they fall? Fairness cream to make us resplendent, to make us attractive at every bend. Do make creams to make a happy heart. Do make lotions to stop all poison darts. Thank you.
Wow, that I must say, a very thoughtful, thought provoking reflection on fairness cream we are so familiar with. And yes, it has also become, over a period of time, it has also become a symbol of uh, something which is being forced upon women, right? It's not something like they would gladly take it. Not everybody feels sad, unhappy with whatever their skin tone is.
Exactly.
It is something you live within, and you come, like, you just love yourself. But yes, fairness cream, it's always been a little controversial, I must say. So let's invite our poets on to share their thoughts on this very thoughtful poet by Paramita ji.
Yeah, I would like to say that this was so very much relatable and so relevant that we do not make beauty creams to enhance our inner beauty. Instead, we are always so very inclined to find out what is the external look is like. So I must say that she has really put it into beautiful words to enhance that first we need to sanctify our inner self, our intentions, our reaching out to people, and how we can enhance our humanity through it. That is the reason why we are in this world. That is the reason why
Absolutely.
God has brought us to this world. So instead of putting in much attention towards how we look like, which is so perishable with the uh, any time, I mean, it's ephemeral. So why not get into something eternal that will stay back with the other people even when I'm not there? So in that respect, I must say she has done a lovely job, a wonderful poem, and put
Thank
into lovely words.
you. Yes,
Yes.
Really
absolutely.
touched my heart.
I think it's left on the poets, we poets, to bring that fairness cream for the heart.
Yes,
Only we
absolutely.
can do that.
And
Yes.
as Shakespeare said, beauty
Yes.
lies in the eyes of beholder. Right.
Yes.
And it is
Exactly.
skin deep. It's deep within us. It's
Yeah.
not outside. Yeah.
I felt
Lovely.
That is
that
true.
it is, I mean, it's also symbolic of how sometimes society these days is becoming so focused on external things, on superficial things. And, the focus needs to go back to the real core values, to qualities that make us good people, rather than just, the external. Everything needs to look pretty, needs to look sophisticated, needs to look very polished, but internal polish, internal qualities need to be inculcated more than the external polish.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Right.
Totally
That
agree
is
with
true.
you. Absolutely. 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 Any more views? Reflections? Yes?
Ma'am, one
Yeah, I related one thing over Dr. Paramita Mukherjee's poem. So relatable it is that, it's not only about the fairness creams relating us to our, inner beauty and outer beauty. It is also very much prevalent in our society, especially in middle class families, that if there is a joint family or maybe, many siblings of one child, then there is a colorism within the family. If
Yes.
there are girls, this thought process going on, culminating from this kind of vulnerability or apprehensions that one day that one girl has to get married, and if she has a dusky color, then that is going to become a challenge for the family. So there, that girl is all the time given that push. You have to use some creams to make yourself beautiful and all that. So this pressure, the thought over this pressure should diminish. It
Yes.
should come out with a contemporary thought that everybody is equal. We have to accept a dusky complexion, no matter what the challenges are in the society. So that's how we can change it. It's not
Absolutely.
only through, using those creams or any products as such. It has to come from the brain, from our mind, from our consciousness, that, you have to give this thought within yourself, that being a
Absolutely.
mother, being an aunt, being a sister, being a father, being an uncle, we are not going to give way to such thoughts. Whatever the society comes out with a taboo, social
Absolutely.
taboo.
Absolutely. And that is so
And
much
it was
true
so
in.
relatable, so wonderful thought process over the subject and unique, subject that Dr.
Thank you.
Paramita
Thank you,
Mukherjee
Shweta.
has selected.
Absolutely.
Thank
Totally.
you so much, ma'am,
I
for the.
completely agree with you, Samdata. And
Yes, absolutely.
it's a truth. It's a kind of a hidden truth, unspoken truth that resides within our families. Yeah, that's so. Thank you so much for bringing it up. Moving on, I would like to invite Miss Meenu Loda on
Yeah,
the stage. And yes, she comes from the city of Mumbai, and she's an author, translator, painter, social worker, and she's leading a few organizations, spoken word artist, short story writer, and a poet in multiple languages. She has got about 3 books published in Hindi and English and few collabs as well. She is heading multiple Facebook pages as an admin promoting literature, prose, and poetry. So, Minuji, I would like to pose the same question to you. What is poetry to you? And before that, I would like to invite you with these words from none other than Khalil Gibran. Poetry is a deal of joy and pain and wonder with a dash
absolutely.
of the dictionary.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
what's
Thank
poetry
you.
to you?
Well, poetry for me, I think it's my soul. I inhale and exhale poetry, and I breathe in words. So that is poetry for me. Then I just steal the color from the nature, from the hues of the nature, and then I coin my verses. So that is poetry for me, from all the
That's
different types of relations and the nature. These are my two teachers for my poetry. So this is poetry for me. I mean, we
wonderful.
have a variety of things in the nature, so we can just speak about them, all emotions
Splendid.
also. That is
Splendid.
poetry.
That's
Thank you so much. Thank you.
that.
And that beautiful quote from Khalil Gibran, of course, it's a beautiful one. So
Well
I'll
done.
start with my this thing.
Yes, please.
There was one thing which was noticed by someone, that we all are wearing specs, right?
Yes,
Because we all have like crossed a certain age where we all need to wear the specs, right? Most of us.
yes, yes.
So my poem is also about this only. As age catches up, this is what I feel. As age catches up, we become more beautiful. Our faces reflect of who we are, and emotions, they sit better on our bone structure. Emotions sit better on our bone structures. Our creases and lines look full of life and vigor. Our smiles carry a logbook of history. Soft, ethereal, twinkling eyes celebrate our story. Adjusting to the rooms, adjusting to the rooms, something along way forms us. We build, we craft, we nurture our feminism. We build, we craft, we nurture our feminism and stimulating vibrant hues etched in our mechanisms. Carrying the woman tag, I float like unheard cosmic sounds. I am the eternal fauna and flora. Yes, there is the subtle hum surrounding my aura. Yes, there is the subtle hum surrounding my aura. I am the palace. I am the palace built in ruins. I am the palace built from ruins, and I am the palace built for the ruins. But but I am the palace which blooms from these ruins. But I am the palace which blooms from these ruins. Thank you so much.
Wow. Wow. That was
Thank you so much.
beautiful, beautiful way of describing the age. Definitely, we all grow with. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, we all turn much more beautiful with age. That's what
exactly,
happens.
exactly.
It
Yes.
happens to many people. Many people. I think too, for me also, it's happening right now.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I said. We put the grace on our ages,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
so we
yeah.
become more beautiful.
Yes, yes. So when I look at my own old pictures, then I see, oh no, 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 this is the
Yeah,
the best version of me I'm living
Yes,
through. So
yes, that's true. I think most of us can agree with this.
yes, yes, absolutely. So may I please invite our poet friends' views on this beautiful recitation?
I think aging is too much fun, because, like you said, we become more beautiful because
Yes,
our confidence grows
yes,
manifold.
yes,
So, and we know what is fake, what is original. That you can immediately, you see a person,
yes,
whether the person is a fake person or a genuine person.
yes,
Absolutely,
And
totally
absolutely,
agree.
that
absolutely,
beautifies our mind, I think. I tell
absolutely.
all my young followers that, nothing is more beautiful than aging. So
Yes,
aging is such a beautiful thing where you immediately understand things and you have so much confidence that you don't care about what
yes,
people
yes,
think, what
exactly.
people will talk. So you just go forward in life. So I think it was a wonderful poem, Minuji. It was
Thank
a
you so much.
delight to our ears. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you so much.
much.
Yes, that's so true. Actually, certain things come to
Can I
us
say
only
something?
with age. Yeah, yeah, yes, so much. Please go ahead.
Uh, Going by this particular line, Vinuji, I am the palace built from the ruins.
Yes.
I have never ever heard this line before from anybody,
Thank you so
from
much.
any
Thank you
poet.
so much. Thank you.
Okay, this gives itself the kind of transition in our mind
Yes.
that yes, with aging, we are really beautiful because we
Yes.
really mirror ourselves. We really see through our kaleidoscope that what
Yes.
strength we have
Absolutely. Yes,
from
yes, yes.
within.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you, Sundar. Thank
this
you. You just got the best
particular
line of my
lines
poems.
uplifts that kind of
Yes.
thought process and strength through poetry, through your
Yes.
beautiful lines, powerful lines. Thank
Thank
you
you so
so much
much. Thank you
for
so
for
much.
this poem.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely. That's so real. We all could relate to it, and we could relate to it so easily, effortlessly.
Thank you so much.
It happens like once I was in my lab and I said something, then one of the younger scientists, they mentioned like, hey, how could you say this? And I said, oh no, certain things come with age only, so you need to grow some more in order to arrive at that point. There's something like so moving forward, I would like to invite our friend Miss Indrani Chatterjee onto the stage. And Miss Indrani, she comes from the city of Bangalore. She is an advocate mother of her only autistic son, an adult on the spectrum. She is also a self motivated writer and a published author. She originates from Kolkata, West Bengal. She has co authored a number of anthologies published from eminent platforms. She prefers to write articles for social causes to ennoble awareness specifically about the journey of neurodivergent individuals. And she is a winner of a number of contests and is also recipient of several prestigious awards. She is also a vocalist of classical music and Rabindra Sangeet. In 2024, she has passed out her Visharat exams, that is graduation in first division with distinction marks after completion of junior and senior diploma. Now she is pursuing her master's in music, wow, along with her son Krishnendu. She has profound inclination for art and is fascinated to mingle with them, trying to curve them in her unique style and with her personal touch. That is so
Yes, yes.
impressive. And Indrani ji, I have this quote from W.H. Auden. A poet is before anything else a person who is passionately in love with languages. So may I ask the same question to you as well? What is poetry to you,
Yes, so
Indrani?
that is so true what you said, that without passion, without the feelings, there cannot be poetry. And for me, poetry is very much related to sky. You know how the sky keeps changing its hues throughout the day. So
Yeah.
for me, poetry is a chromatic expression of the amassed emotions that sails across my inner sky. When searched with saturation, they flow as cerulean stream on white surface. So now to proceed with my poem. Actually, this is a poem about women again, and we have just celebrated Women's Day. So this is very much connected to that. And the title is She is Empowerment. Her birth cannot be imprecated by dark, for she is the epicenter of life and light. She can't be the encumbrance for earth, as she procreates gender, sans discrimination with delight. Her birth cannot be denounced, for she is the epitome of forbearance. She furtively weaves warmth in her hearth, and thereby encompasses her citadel from all hindrance. She has the adaptability to all vicissitudes of customary existence. Her self abnegation can't be fathomed, for she silently cleaves through all ordeal and pain. Her pliability, when blended with her consolidated acumen, denominates her with the title Beauty with Brain. But never put her through testimony of self esteem, for her wrath is like flame muffled in cinder. When comported with dignity, she can emit hope, being the demure ray of lamp. But if her self respect is vanquished, she can ravage all, deflagrating as bellfire. It's her prodigious penchant to dilate every quest in her capacity. She is the paragon of empowerment, for everything she disburses and unfurls. So rightly asserted about her, she who rocks the cradle rules the world. Thank you.
Rocks the cradle. Yeah, that's so true. Such a beautiful poem. Epicenter of light and life. That is so true. And beauty with brains. Absolutely. So may I please take request all our fellow poet friends to please reflect on the
A
poet's
powerful poem, a
feelings.
powerful poem.
Yeah, very powerful.
Very powerful, very powerful.
And
I
yeah,
think self-abnegation fulfills everything about the entire thought process of the wonderful poetry by Indraniji. Self-abnegation is a complete way to understand the sacrifices as well as the contributions, forbearance, tolerance, everything that a woman gives and gifts to a family and to the society. So that was wonderfully wrapped and carefully, gifted to us through Indraniji. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Felt
Shomdata.
like it's such a holistic thought about who women are and what they are to society, not looking at one aspect only but every aspect of what it means to be a woman in today's world, especially. It's beautiful and powerfully written.
Thank you so much.
absolutely,
Thank you.
I come back to your line, beauty with brains, like with people, I think many of us, you people are younger. Many of us, when we were younger, I think people saw our beauty first and then brains later on. As if, a beautiful woman cannot have brains. It's like, oh my God, beauty with brains. So, I was so angry. It's like, come on, judge us for our inner being, not our appearance again. So it's what a wonderful poem, bringing that out again, the inner being of a woman rather than the external self. Thank you, Indrani.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
you said it. You said it. You said it all, Dr. Paromita ji. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Any more reflections on the poem? And okay, now let's move on. And now I would like to invite Somadatta Mitra from Kolkata. And I'm so much excited when when calling upon Somadatta Mitra, because I just happened to meet her in person in Kolkata. And that was an experience. We spent about 2 hours chit-chatting, talking, exchanging our views. and talking about so many things that surround us poets and writers. She also gifted me her couple of her books, and of course a very beautiful drawn painting as well. So Somdata Mitra, it was so nice to meet you, and it's lovely to meet you again on this platform. And she is a postgraduate in English literature, is an international writer and poetess who has authored two solo poetry books by her name, by the name The Spectrum of Emotions and Rainbow of Voices, Poems Across Borders. She has co-authored 1,500 anthologies till now. Oh wow. Her poems are translated, has been her poems have been translated into many international languages. She is a triple world record holder. She is featured in several magazines and e-newspapers. She's a painter, an orator, a peace ambassador, and a speaker. She has won many distinguished awards and recognitions for her oratory, writing, and recitations. She has recently participated in two renowned painting exhibitions in India to promote her art. I know all of this. Thank you so much. And that was very, very impressive. Stage is all yours, Somdatta. But before that, I must recite these words of Thomas Hardy for you. Poetry is emotions put into measure. The emotion must come by nature, but the measure can be acquired by arts. So again, the magic question to you, what is poetry to you, Somdatta?
Before I come to your question's answer, I would like to relate one line here, that you left a spark in my heart when we met in Kolkata. And
Oh, wow.
the moment we had to segregate, we had to depart, it was a temporary kind of nostalgia. Yet, when I finally came back home, I was like, I was segregated from an emotion of poetry, because poetry united us. That is
Definitely,
so true,
definitely,
which we
200%.
cannot miss.
Thank you so much. That's
Coming to
almost
your
90%.
question, poetry for me is more of a spiritual journey, because there are moments when I am a loner, I am in a seclusion because my son lives in a different city. My husband is very much occupied with his work and he has very less time for the family. So in those moments, poetry is my best friend. Poetry has given me the meaning to understand my own independent identity. And I sense a kind of, being in a pilgrimage, mirroring my own soul, mirroring my own, capacities and challenges through poetry. It has given me an existence over understanding me as a human being more than understanding me as an academician. So that is all about what I understand about poetry. It's a pilgrimage. It gives me a kind of sanctity and a solace whenever I'm lonely.
Absolutely, absolutely. Totally
So
relate.
coming to my poem, I must relate one thing, that this entire poem which I've written is imaginary. There is no reality over this non-fiction. Sorry, over this fiction. The title I've given is The Isle of Verse. I have imagined, just like Paromita ji, that about her poem, which she related that there should be some lotions or beauty products about our thought process, that there should be kindness. So I thought that why there can't be an isle where poets can have their independent existence, where there won't be any social taboos or any social pressures, where there will be boundaries for them to participate, or not only participation, where they can, freely and frankly speak their thought process. And through poetry, they can express it. So if there is any such isle where poets can easily go and they can really spend time, so over that, I have related this content. The Isle of Verse. When the night gets dark and I am on my poetry, a sudden tingle sets me like a juggernaut, and the vehemence of emotions flutter inside. There are certain flickers of conscious vagary where my mind is engaged in a verdant fulfillment. Yet there are many thoughts that drive me like educational cohorts, infusing me to be more regenerative. I glance at the sky in an admiration. The dazzling stars twinkle like an ethereal beauty. I am astonished at nature's sublimity, a treasure to behold that enraptures in an approbation. The moon's soft silvery glow, gentle loving light, cast a spell in a breathtaking sight. Meandering in the depth of my poem, I was luxuriating in a fantasy, thinking if there would have been an isolated island where only poets would live and enjoy poetry, a land of verse where poets would recite, a divine isle where world will be their home. No distractions, only the rhythm and rhyme will do magic. The poets would stroll with only quills on their hand, being ecstatic. No noise, no chaos, just the sound of the sea. Their verses would glow like a gentle stream. This will be a heaven for verse where poetry thrives. A vision is defined with astonishing verb. From the window, sunshine would stream in bright and bold, brightening horizons of the denizens of that island. Here, religion will be one, and it will conform to humanity. Here, love will be a boon where every resident will smile. Here, days will pass in a haze of verse, and the nights will gleam with sparkles of contentment. In this realm, poetry will be the light. Festivals will be celebrated with rhymes, and the fountains will mesmerize with radiant lights, where poetry will flow from the iridescent sights. Thank
Wow.
you so much.
Wow, 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 wow. I could not help but notice the glow, the radiation emanating from your. It was such a beautiful recitation. Though it was an imaginary poem, but it had so much of light, so much of color, so much of festivity. I'm sure we all felt the same.
We all will take
Yes,
on this ride.
yes,
I will love to be in that island with you,
Yes.
yes,
Shobhita.
definitely.
Me too, me too.
It will be a pleasure if ever we all get to, enjoy some moments in such an
Yeah,
isle.
yeah, exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly.
What an imagination. Beautiful
Exactly.
imagination.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah, that should be our objective, no? To go and travel to far off land within ourselves, that resides within ourselves, and then visit ourselves in a more intimate way. Thank you so much. That was such a lovely poem. I really, really enjoyed it. And
Pleasure.
Somdata, you were glowing when you were reciting your
Yes,
poetry, and
yes, yes,
we all might
yes,
have felt that. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So
Thank you so
uh,
much.
thank you so much for sharing it with us. Now, let's move on. And now I would like to call upon Dr. Rakesh Chandra. Dr. Rakesh Chandra is a former civil servant who has completed PhDs in law from University. He has got 5 collections of English poems titled Moon is Black, Circle of Life, The Sunset Musings, On the Wings of Clouds, and Jumping Jack in Poetry Land, and also one collection of Hindi poems titled Meres Sheher Mein, and a book of Rekha Chitra titled Bee Chehre Wale Log. His English poems have found place in different anthologies, poetry journals, newspapers, literary supplements, etc. His 7 literary articles and book reviews have been published in literary journals, including Crossings, A Journey of English Studies, University of Liberal Arts, Bangladesh, Dhaka. And he has also authored 4 books on law, namely Globalization, Environmental Protection, and Social Justice, a study in Indian legal framework, right of privacy in India with reference to information technology era, in environmental degradation, water management, and climate justice, a study in Indian legal perspectives, India's Journey into the Cyber World, a legal study. He has translated 11 Hindi literature books into English. Wow, that is so, so impressive. I myself, I come from the field of law. I'm a scientist turned law professional. So I work in the field of intellectual property law. So that was so nice to learn about you, your good self. And Rakeshji, I would like to welcome you with the words of John Keats. Poetry should surprise by a fine access and not by singularity. It should strike the reader as a wording of his own highest thoughts and appear almost a remembrance. Stage is all yours, Rakeshji. Please go ahead. Rakeshji, it seems like we have lost you. Hello, Rakeshji. I think we lost him. Somdata, in the interest of time, shall I go ahead?
Before you go ahead, I would like
Yes.
to relate a few lines about you. Aradhana Sadasivam, she's from Singapore. She's a scientist and intellectual law professional. Have been writing for the past 5 years, and she's a triangular poetess who writes in English, Hindi, and Urdu. She enjoys poetry in Tamil and Gujarati as well, and she writes about the nature, the life, and everything in between. So, welcome, Aradhana. The stage is all yours. I would also like to hear from you what poetry means to you.
Okay, poetry is very, for me, poetry is something super duper romantic. For me, poetry in English feels like, because I also write in Hindi, but whenever I write poetry in English, it feels like walking hand in hand with the great romantic poet William Wordsworth through a picturesque English countryside. The air is cool and misty, the landscape serene, and around me the golden, cheerful daffodils sway gently in the breeze. In the quiet companionship with nature, I almost hear the echo of his beloved lines from I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. So that's
Wow.
poetry to me, very romantic and very much inspired by the noted romantic poet William Wordsworth.
William Wordsworth.
Yeah.
Can I say a few words from Rabindranath Tagore for you? As
Sorry?
you have been like introducing everybody with a quote, I would like to say 2 lines
Sure,
from
please,
Tagore.
please.
Right.
Please,
So
please.
this is for you from Tagore. Let your voice carry the light of words. Let your voice carry the light of words, and let the rhythm of the moment unfold. And let the
Thank you
let the
so
moment
much.
unfold.
I would
Thank you.
request Minuji, please write it in the chat box so that I can really read it through multiple times and reflect upon it. Thank you so much. You have been very kind. So we just celebrated Women's Day, and I am always very much surprised by the strength, the inner strength that all of us, all women, they carry within, and which is what many times in Hindi as well as in English it comes out. So here is my very short poem on a women silence to strength. Her silent eyes spoke volumes. Her silent eyes spoke volumes, only to fall on deaf ears. Years came and went, yet she remained uncelebrated, unsung. Years came and went, yet she remained uncelebrated, unsung. Then one day the sun rose in the east. Then one day the sun rose in the east, as though just for her. All inhibitions shattered like fragile glass. Then one day the sun rose in the east, as though just for her. All inhibitions shattered like fragile glass. The darkest shadows of doubt dissolved. The darkest shadows of doubt dissolved, like night fading at the gentle kiss of the rising sun. The darkest shadows of doubt dissolved, like night fading at the gentle kiss of the rising sun. Behold, behold, she was born again. She was born again, yes, once more, to rise, to conquer, to become. Thank you so much. That was mine.
You gave a flame to the, suppressed or, silenced feelings with the word unsung.
Thank
Yes,
you.
there are so many women whose, existence is unsung, unvoiced. It's unheard. We need to hear each other everywhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so this poetry of Aradhanaji is, uh, enlightens an empowerment to all
Yes.
women to hear each other,
Thank
to
you so much.
know
Thank you.
what we all are
Yes.
going through, how we are rising, how
Yeah,
we should support each other. That is
absolutely.
Yes.
the
Absolutely.
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 I'm totally
I
for it.
th- yes,
With
absolutely. I
with
think my lines, the lines which were like the palace built on the ruins, palace built
yes,
from the ruins, and palace built for the ruins. I think this is
yes.
what the main poem carries.
Thank you
We
so much.
we just grow up from that ruins only.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
For me, it was really poignant and voluminous,
Yeah.
and we really spoke in volumes. Actually, we ignore the woman femininity, but actually, it is
Yes.
she. If she is the half of the world, then the half of the world she creates, the other half. But we so often forget.
absolutely.
I remembered Maya Angelou's "And I Rise Again." Yes, we
Yes.
rise again and again.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like that.
Maybe
Lovely
somewhere
poem.
I like, she happens, Maya Angelou is my favorite. And maybe the words really come from her. Somehow they have gotten into me so much so that every time I write, this kind of emotions run through.
Right.
So this
Yes.
is all we are the product of whatever goes in, whatever we read, we
Yes.
Absolutely.
absorb through poetry, through
Yeah.
literature, and
Yeah.
I mean,
everything.
still like air, I will rise has become a feminine slogan, I think,
Yeah, we will be like a
for
fire
many of us.
phoenix.
Fire,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And we women, we face so many hurdles, so many questions, so many mountains, like, but every time it so happens God has gifted us with so much of strength and inner courage. Every time things fall upon us, we just put them aside and move on. This is what inspires me. It is always
Yes.
inspired me.
Yes.
So thank you so much for receiving it so well. Thank you. Eternally grateful. Thank you so much. Rajesh ji, we had lost you in the interim, so I would like to invite you. I have already read your bio, your CV, and just to be in the context, let me welcome you with Rita Dove's words. Poetry is language at its most distilled and most powerful. So, with those words, may I please invite you onto the stage? Stage is all yours, Rakesh. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Actually, there was some technical glitch, so I lost control of the all things. But now this is fine. Uh, as you have read my bio,
Yes.
the the most appropriate thing which I think about myself is that I am an evolving poet, or you say evolving good human being. And my poetry is emanate from the heart, and I always try that it reaches the heart of others. So in that way, poetry bridges the gap between two hearts or so many hearts.
Absolutely.
So the title of my poem is Let Us Not Talk Only, Brood Buddy. Let us not talk only, brood buddy. Let us not talk, buddy, about world politics. Let us not talk, buddy, about world politics. Only bloodshed, mayhem, and destruction are the talking points there. Let us also not talk about the local politics. They talk about only petty matters and are busy fighting for their own benefits. Let us not talk about the growth of cities, where human life is stifled in the maze of concrete jungles. People are gasping for fresh dose of oxygen to survive in the most foul atmosphere. Let us not talk about the people anymore. Let us not talk about the people anymore. They have forgotten to laugh even on silliest jokes. They don't give a damn to empathy and compassion. Everyone seems to live everyone seems to live in his own make-believe world. Let us brood and not talk on any matter. Let us enjoy silence around us and enjoy the reverie of wordless domain. Let us take a pledge not to say something or hear a single word. Let us take a pledge not to say something or hear a single word. Let us think about the destiny of man. Let us think about the destiny of man again and again before our time ends. We will join again. We will join again in the season of spring. We will join again in the season of spring. Thank you so much.
Wow, that absolutely totally captures the realities of today. We are so disconnected. We are so far off from ourselves and have difficulties in connecting with the surroundings as well. Thank you so much for capturing it. May I please invite our dear friend poet's reflections on this poem, on Rakeshji's poem?
I think these words are the most needed now in modern times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the most reflective and the most resonating words which we need now. Very good, sir.
Thank you.
So, any more thoughts before
It's
we
very relatable for all of us, I think, even though words are our, bread and butter, so to speak. But the disconnect that sir's poem talks about, the need for silence
Yes.
and reconnecting with our fellow human beings in that silence, that is so critical for all of us to find that peace in our souls.
So absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. We are like within a home, like if there are 10, if there are 4 or 5 rooms, right? So what's happening in one room is like is such a silo kind of situation, and from very next room, like this is the reality. We all are lost in mobile words. The very like a word which is like non-existent, but we are so much drawn into it.
That
So
is true.
the
Absolutely.
It's like
word
a
of
wake up
mobile.
call. It's like a wake up call for reconnection. Very nice, sir.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Thank you so much for sharing it. It's like showing us the mirror kind of thing. So this was so nice. Thank you so much. With that, we come
Ma'am,
to conclusion of this evening. Yes, please, sir.
ma'am, before I would like to sum up the poems of the all distinguished poets in
Sure,
very few words, if you kindly allow.
sure, sure. Please, please, please go ahead. So you are making
Uh,
my task easy. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. First, I'm really happy to hear such diverse thinking processes uh, penned down by the in the form of poetry by the distinguished poets. One poem which is very distinguishable is the Fairy Cream. I was wondering, and this is my personal view, that every woman of any kind, of any nature, has full of empathetic heart, compassionate heart, and the all which is good. It has been deposited, which flows like honey, and there is no need of fairy cream sort of thing for a woman's heart. This is my personal thinking. She already carries a loads and loads of all these things. Even take as a you see the worst kind of women, even they had such kind of feelings. So they don't need any fairy things, fairy cream type of things, except for applying to extend their uh, outward beauty, outward looks, but from there is no need, which their heart actually needs. So this is my personal opinion. Every woman, I really respect every woman. I really praise them. Besides, despite all their shortcomings, which may be as true as in the men also. So this is they have already full of. You see all the things. And second thing is that this the quality of self-abnegation. You see, withstanding the onslaughts of time, the pressures of family, and all sorts of things. Despite that, because they are very, very strong from inside. They can face the situation. Sometimes situation comes to them uh, like a bolt from the blue. But even then, they face them with calm and courage, which is ingrained into them. That is a quality of women which is the God has, you see, given in plenty. So they are strong, very well entrenched in their roots, very well entrenched in their cultures and in thinking. That is very clear. So if we praise women for their all these qualities, we can praise because I'm writing poetry. But there is really no need of doing that because they are full of all these things, very good qualities of strong nature, character, their empathy, their compassion, they are all lovely. Even they speak few words that act like a balm to a bruised soul. So these are, but poems are, once again, they have re-emphasized all those qualities of women, especially the last poem and the first poem and the second poem. One poem, the first poem, which this is in the beginning of this program, was regarding to war. In every war, it is a saying that nobody wins, only the people lose. People lose from all kinds, especially civilians. They have nothing to do with the war. They have nothing to do with the leadership. They have nothing to do. They don't want to be involved in any kind of war, but they are the worst sufferers. And this thing, the leaders, you see, the people at the vanguard of their countries are the warmongers. They never understands that ultimately the people, the ladies, the children, and the simple people who are, you see, who want to live their life in peaceful demeanor, they are the worst sufferers. That is the worst tragedy of war, any war, whether it is internal uprising or external wars or world wars. That was the point which the poet has very well emphasized in our poem. And one poem I'm really impressed, the change is coming. Minuji said about aging. That is a wonderful idea. I tell you, because in our society, if any person, I am using word person, it's a male or female, if she reaches 60, age of 60, she, or he becomes an object to be dumped in a dustbin. It is general thinking that he is of no use, and in that is worst case in case of women also, women. But if feeling is you see this coming up, is rising again, that no, we have some worth also, even if we are catching up with the age. So age is not a number, but we are catching up with the age also in the most beautiful and graceful manner. That is the best thing which can happen to our women. So, and the last poem, everybody, I also wish a, a, a place like Shangri-La. I, I wish to live in a state of euphoria, in a poetry land, where all the poets come and recite and you see share their ideas, share their poems. That is an ideal thing. And ultimately, in the meanwhile, in the interregnums, in the intervals, we need such kind of thing. And this program is also sort of that is euphoric expression of that feeling, Samdata that we should all keep this feeling alive so that the world may go on, because world will go on whether we like it or not. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for making my job so easy. And I myself would not have would not be able to do such a brilliant splendid task. So I would like to thank you everyone, Rita ji, Dr. Paramita, Meenu Lodha ji, and Miss Indrani ji from Bangalore, and Somdatta, who is eager to leave because she has a few wedding invitations. I so much envy you, Somdatta. Go and have fun. Thank you so much, everyone. Really, really enjoyed this evening.
It was so wonderful being in
Thank
this
you so much.
session
Thank
with all of
you.
you.
We should thank you. We should
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Wishing all of you were
Meeting you all.
just
It was
wonderful.
wonderful.
Happy evening to
Yes.
you all.
Yeah, it was so nice that we could relate we could speak
Yes.
heart to heart.
Yes.
I really
Yes.
felt as if sharing these moments in reality.
That
And
is true.
Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And I guess I can
Thank
say
you.
I just want to say sorry from my side because of a sore throat, because
Oh,
I
no
was so
worries.
bad.
No,
But
it
then
was
it was
We
absolutely
won't
fine.
know also. We won't know actually.
no, I was almost so, it was so bad for me, but then it's okay. I just
It's
enjoyed coming
Thank
here.
you
Thank
so
you so
much.
lovely
much.
meeting you all. Lovely meeting
Yes.
Lovely meeting you.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Thank
lovely.
you.
It was
Thank
an
you so
absolute
much.
pleasure.